Okay, so today we are going to see the semester third manufacturing management group, that is called as production planning and control. Okay, in production planning and control syllabus you are going to have 14 units. Okay, first one is operational and competitiveness, second one is product and service design, third one is quality, fourth one is process technology and capacity, fifth one is facility location, sixth one is human resource, seventh one is project management, eighth one is framework of world class manufacturing, ninth one is innovate inventory management, 10th one is resource planning, 11th one is lean production, 12th one is supply chain management, 13th one is manufacturing strategy, and 14th one is operational strategy. So today we are going to see the first chapter, that is called as operations and competitiveness. Okay, in first unit you are going to have a transformation process, innovation of operation management, competitive and productivity, competitive strategy. Okay, this is the unit 1 syllabus. Okay, now operations and competitiveness is the your first unit. Okay, see, in manufacturing business you also required what are the things is being required. Okay, the first thing is required is a setting up the production. Okay, in setting up the production, operations plays an important role. Operations are the systems or the functions that does the transmission of contributions to yield of higher esteem. Okay, transformation process is a chain of activities that goes through the esteem being achieving out from the providers to client. Okay, the competitiveness dimensions of operations are cost, product quality and reliability, delivery speed, delivery reliability, coping with demand change, flexibility, and new product introduction speed. Okay, the role of operation strategy is to be provided a plan that makes best use of resources, which specifies the process and plans for using organizational resources. Now see, operation and competitives are the important factors. Okay, operation are very much utilized uh, by the manufacturing units. Okay, because with the help of the operation we can able to make a product quality better, we can able to focus on the cost effectiveness, we can also able to focus on the reliability, delivery speed. Okay, so these all are the factors which comes under the head of operation of manufacturing unit. Okay, now how do you deal with the product? That is a very much important thing. Okay, even in the manufacturing process or even in the selling of the process, both are the things which is very much important to grow the business. Okay, if you have manufactured some kind of product but the product is not sold out, okay, it remains in the stock, then there is no matter of production making production of that goods. Why it is so? Because the goods which has been produced, that should be sellable. Okay, so one of the important factor is the sale of the goods. Okay, and the sale of the goods can be achieved by making a proper utilization of it. Okay, by making the proper utilization of the resources which is available, such as transportation, right, market condition, okay, market research, with the help of which it also helps to sell the product. Okay, so before making any kind of product you have to see all this stuff, right? Now the type of dimensions, type of transformation process, let us see. Now the exchange is equal to retail, location is equal to transportation, psychological is equal entertainment, sociological healthcare, physical manufacturing, informational communication. Now see, now transformation exchange. Now exchange, how do you do the exchange? With the help of the retailers, right? Now you go to the retail shop and you exchange the product by purchasing the product and giving the money. So it's a kind of exchange, right? Okay, now transportation, if you want to go any local area, how you can go? With the help of the transportation, right? If you want to go from here to Mumbai, How we will go? With the help of the transportation. The transportation can be anything, right? The transportation can be railway, train, or we can say a bus, right? Even you can go with the taxi. So these are the modes of transportation, but it depends upon the location, right? The next one is healthcare. Psychological factor. Healthcare is our psychological factor. If we maintain a proper diet, definitely, we can able to live for a longer duration of time. It's a kind of calculative thinking that we are having. So this is also a psychological factor of health. Now the next one is entertainment. Okay, entertainment. uh, Entertainment is a psychological factor. I mean, if you are having a more stress, okay, more stress and everything, you can make an entertainment of yourself, right, by watching movies and other thing. Okay, physical. See, manufacturing is a kind of physical kind of thing. Okay, suppose if you are having a business of manufacturing of mobiles. Oh, okay, mobiles is a physical thing, right? Even if you have a manufacturing of computer equipments or a computer, okay, that is also a physical thing. So manufacturing include a physical thing. That's why physical is equal to manufacturer. Now communication, right? If you are making communication from one place to another, that means you are sharing some kind of information from use yourself to other person, right? So information is equal to communication. Now operation functions. Now let us see the operation functions. Marketing, the action or business of promoting or selling of product or services, including market research and advertising. Okay, uh, over here operation plays an important role. Okay, see, as I have told you before also, operation means what? Operation means a competitive dimension of cost, product quality, reliability, delivery speed, delivery reliability, coping with damage, demand change, flexibility, and new product introduction speed. So all these are the things of operations. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the human resource, the departmental of the business or operation that deals with the hiring, administration, and training of staff. Okay, so that is called as human resource. And then outside suppliers, another company that supplies good or uh, perform services, also known as vendors. Okay, vendors are the person those who supply the goods, they are called as suppliers. Okay, now operation functions also depend on this thing as well. Now finance and accounting also operation functions occurs. Now see, financial accounting is a process of recording, summarizing, and reporting the breadth of transaction resulting from business operation over the period of time. Okay, so over here also operation things occurs because it's a process of recording. Okay, summarizing and reporting, right? If you record any kind of things in the computer, and you need to summarize whether it is right or wrong, and then you need to transfer that information to the reporting person. It may be your top level management or other person. So it kind of delivery of information from one place to another. So over here also, operation functions plays an important role. Now, how the operation relevant to my majors? Now see, accounting, see, if you are having a business, you should have all this stuff in your business. First of all, accounting, being account keeper, you should be understanding about the nuts and bolts of the operation part, administration, right? So accounting, as I've told you, in an accounting function, you require to record the transaction, summarize, and report to the top level management. So these accounting also plays an important role. Then information technology, IT is a device and the best thing to utilize in operations. Now third one is finance, and immense measures of capital planning and form of operation and plentiful of our cost investment funds as well. So finance over here also very much important, because with the help of the finance we can make a proper budget of our capital. planning. Okay, so finance also plays an important role. Then the management activity, we utilize such as extensive amount of things we think about in inclusive in the operation class. Okay, now it also help for the generation for the planning and great many qualities instruction and hypothesis and imperatives. Next one is economics. It is absolutely about the procedure. I live in, I mean, they have given the example of flow chart. I mean, with the help of that flow chart, you can understand how to operate the things, right? Right, because of the flow chart, you can come to know in which particular day you will able to sell more goods, and in which particular a day you cannot able to sell the goods, because India is a country where you are going to have a lot of seasons, right? In a season, if your product is a particular, if your particular product is depend upon the season, definitely in particular season your goods can be sellable more as compared to the other season. Take an example of umbrella, right? Umbrella is a kind of product which is being more sellable in a rainy days as compared to the other days. So these all are the examples of operations. I mean, how you can actually operate the activity. Okay, now marketing, definitely marketing plays a great role over here. Okay, because with the help of the advertising you can able to know how much how much you know how much uh, people you can able to generate. I mean, how much people you can able to convert into the buyers, right? Buyers, or we can say the customers. Okay, so marketing is very much important activities of operation. So these all are the things which is being helpful for the making of operation uh, effective. Now innovation in the operation management. Now see, they have given certain productions with the help of which you can I mean, it's a kind of innovation which is being done in the operation management. Now craft production. Okay, now it is a process of handcrafting of services and product for individual customers. Then second one is mass production, large volume of generation, often industry institutionalized items. Then division of labor. In this we partition a location into little arrangement of assignments, each performed by the alternative specialist. Okay, lean production, adaptation of mass production that prices flexibility and quality. Okay, these all are the production areas. Okay, interchangeable parts, institutionalization of parts at first, or new parts, capitalize large scale manufacturing. Then scientific administration, it is a legitimate investigation of work techniques. So these all are the important innovatives in operational management. Then impact of e-business in operation management. Now benefits of e-business: direct communication with customers, comparison shopping by customers, business process in conducted online, access of customers house worldwide, middlemen are eliminated. So these all are the impact of e-business in operation management. Now see, with the help of the e-business, you can see our business is going in a digitalized form. Okay, in digitalized form, the growth and development is very much high, because if you with the help of the digitalized form, we can able to know in which country the production is very high, I mean, in which country the new innovative techniques has occurred, due to which the other peoples from the other countries, they can also able to generate such kind of production of goods, right? Because see, with the help of the e-commerce, we come to know about lots of new products which is being available in the market. Even though the product is unknown to us, we can able to know by sitting in at the home also. Okay, nowadays, the online shopping is really doing a great job. I mean, the business of online shopping is really increasing day by day. And if you want to know, if you want to increase your business, definitely, online shopping plays an important role over here. So direct communication with customers is also very much important. And comparison shopping by customers, you can also make a comparison shopping by customers. Okay, suppose if you are having any kind of goods, any kind of product, uh, and you want to purchase that product, definitely from the net you can purchase. And even if in net also, you know, the comparison of product is also given, right? Suppose if you see any kind of product, their features also written in below line, so you can able to understand that, you know, in a particular area, in this product, you know, the features has been given, in the other product the features has been given, so you can able to compare your product with the other product, right, by looking at the features. So this is also an important factor. Even if you go to the various websites, the price may be different, right? The price may be different. You can differentiate your price also, if you, because you know the in some website the price is different, in the other website the price is different, so you can differentiate your price, you can differentiate the product, right? Which product you feel that the product is very much affordable, right, and which is having a good quality, right? So the price difference plays an important role in each and every factor, right? So next one is business processes conducted online. Now lots of people, those who are doing a business online, that is called as B2B. B2B means what? Business to business. Okay, there are some companies, those who are also helping the business to grow, right? If you have given a contact to any marketing, online marketing company, definitely you know that that online marketing company will provide you a lead generation. Lead generation means they will provide you a more of promotional activities, with the help of which, you know, you can able to give your product to the you can able to, you know, make aware to the people about your product very well. Now I will give an example. Now see, there are lots of social media platforms available. With the help of that social media platform, you can you know, increase your revenue as so by making aware about your product, right? I will give a few example. Now take an example of uh, LinkedIn platform, Facebook, right? YouTube, right? So the blogging, websites. So these all are the platforms through which, you know, you can increase your production, uh, increase your uh, increase your marketing strategy. You can increase your advertising, with the help of which, you know, these advertising agencies, they will you know, able to rank your product in the front page, and with the help of which, you know, uh, uh, people from the people of those who are utilizing this social media platform, they will see your product very well, and you know, there will be a chances that your product can be sold to them. Okay, it can be sellable. So these all are the strategies that you know, uh, is being implemented by the big businessmen. They are giving a contract to the marketing and advertising people to you know, to start making an advertisement of their product, and you know, they are paying some kind of money to them. So the advertising agency, what they do, they will try to rank your product in the front page of different social media platforms, such as YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platform. So these all are the important strategies and tactics. Now, now over here, middlemen are eliminated. Yes, definitely, middleman means what? The agents, they are eliminated. Okay, the agents, those who are eating up the money in between, you know, they are just helping the manufacturers to supply the goods to the retailers. You know, they are the agents. So these agents are being eliminated. So these all are the benefits that you are going to get while making a business through online, or we can say e-commerce business. Okay, access to suppliers all over the world. Definitely the suppliers of the product goods, they are available all over the world. Because see, if you have put it your advertisement in particular website, if that website is being searched in other countries also, definitely that product can be sellable to the other countries as well. If there is a production is available in that country, definitely your product can be sellable. So it is beyond boundaries, we can say. See, if you have a local shop, definitely you will have a certain kind of boundaries. You cannot sold your product to the other states or other nations, right? But if you are having an online business, definitely you can able to sell the product. Now I will give you an example of Amazon, Flipkart. You also know very well, right? Amazon and Flipkart, what they are doing, they are selling the goods. They are selling the goods to the other countries, right? How they are able to sell? Just because of their digital marketing strategy. Okay. Now next one is the online e marketplace and auction. Definitely there are lots of websites those who are doing the online auction as well. Okay. I mean, if you are having the product which is being sellable early, which is being sellable, if you are having any kind of product which is being sellable early, and you want to sell that product to the open market, you can utilize the website like OLX, eBay. Okay. These are the websites, with the help of which you can sell your old product as well. Okay. And old products can be sellable in such a website, and they are making the auctions of the product. I mean, they are making a bit of the product. Okay. We want in 200, or some of the other person will say we want that goods, we want that product in 300. So bet is being uh, left off, and those who want the bet, the product is being given to them. So it's a kind of auction, right? Improved and quick decision making. Definitely online business is going to work in future a lot. I mean, they are really making a business growth. So online business is really helpful. And this online business is definitely going to be a future strategic dimension. Okay. Because at this stage online business is really growing, and you can see the condition of today's environment. You also know very well, right? COVID situation has occurred, due to which our business is really lacking behind, right? I mean, the offline business, it is not able to perform well because of the government rules and regulation and the COVID kind of situations. So what we can do, we have to improve our tactics and strategies. So we need to come online. It is a need of future. Okay. So these all are the things where we have to make a proper focus. Then IT synergy, definitely information technology is boosting now, right? Lots of people, those who have graduated in IT, they are getting a quick job, right? So these all are the strategy. Then expanded supply chain. Okay. The supply chain strategy is also increasing day by day. So these all are the things. Then impact on operation, customer apprehension, quality must be improved and cost lowered. Warehouses coordination, development of man and machines, satisfaction of request and conveyance get to be distinctly key variable of operation administration. Hazards is spread out and exchange interest destruction. Now see, warehousing kind of things. Warehousing kind of things is properly managed by the operation administration. Okay. Because sometimes the product remain unsold. I mean, the product is not able is not sold out due to the lackness of marketing research and marketing supply. So so it's a responsibility of operation management to make aware that the product should be workable in future as well. I mean, the quality should be maintained properly by the operation manager. So over here, proper warehousing activity should be done. Okay. And it should be maintained properly. If you are not making any kind of warehousing activities properly, definitely you are going to face a problem in future, right? Future problem is the biggest problem that future problem we need to tackle. How we can tackle the future problem? By making aware that the product which is remain unsold for a longer duration time, it should be workable in the upcoming days. So while making these techniques, we can sold our product in future as well, which is remain unsold. Otherwise, we need to sell that product with the lesser cost, or we need to you know uh, close the business. So these are the things, or otherwise we need to throw that product and we need to make a new production. So and the unsellable product, if any unsellable product remain unsold, then you can see that this thing is not good for the company's point of view, right? So unsellable product should be sold first of all. It's the responsibility of the businessman that whatever goods they are making production, that should be sellable. That's it will sellable to the most of the extent. If it remains unsold, definitely in future also they will face a drastic problem, because the stock quantity will increase, and in future if there is no demand of that product, definitely in future the warehousing people, they will face a problem, because lots of stock remains unsold. And in future if you want to sell that product, it will be a big challenge for it, because nowadays new techniques and new innovation things is being happening, right? So we have to tackle with that new techniques and new innovation. How we can able to tackle with the new techniques and new innovation? By making aware that the product should have certain kind of changes, right? Little bit of changes in the production, and little bit of new creative or innovative production level we have to maintain. Then only we can able to able to produce that product. So these all are the important factors that should be taken into the consideration by the business people. Okay, so pull system, customer support cost, transportation cost, e-procurement save. So all these are the important factors that we need to study. Okay, global competitiveness ranking. Now see, I will give you a few example of global competitiveness. Okay, now Finland is the first position, which has been written in your book. United States, Sweden, Denmark, Taiwan, Singapore, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Australia, they are the global competitive. I mean, they are coming with new innovation, new techniques, techniques of innovation to to upgrade the in the production. And they are the top 10 global competitive countries. Now we are going to see the competitiveness and productivity. Now the competitiveness is degree to which the nation can produce goods and services that meet the test of international markets, right? Definitely global competitiveness means what? It's a kind of international, capturing the international market. Now they now these all are the countries, those who are able to sell more products to the other countries. Now Finland, United States, Sweden, Denmark, Taiwan, Singapore, Iceland, Norway, Switzerland, Australia, these all are the countries those who are making more exports of goods, right? And they are able to meet the international markets also. Now productivity, ratio of output into input. Okay, productivity, how we can able to measure the productivity? By ratio of output into input. Okay, whatever the production which you have done, it should be sold out. Okay, it should not remain unsold. So that is the first business priority the businessman should give to their business, that the goods which they are producing, it should be sellable, right? And the next one is in input, labor hours, investment and equipment, material usage and square footage. So these all are the inputs. Then inputs, output, sales, miles, delivers, customer served, product produce, and sales calls answers. So these all are the outputs. Productivity increase. How the productivity can be increased? By becoming a productive yield assets. with next to zero essence info. Downside output remains constant and input reduces. Expand input and output grow with increment in output rapidly. Achieve throwbacks output arise while input reduces, right? Retrench both input and output decrease with input decreasing rapidly. Now let us discuss with the competitive strategy. Cost, the outlay expenditure made to achieve an object. Quality, according to the quality guru, quality is the conference to requirements. Okay, delivery, the action of delivery, letters, parcels of goods. Flexibility, the ability to be easily modified. Okay, flexibility means what? If you are making any kind of production and you come to know that that product is not going to workable in the market, so what you will do, you will try to stop the production and immediately you will start to make a new production with new innovative techniques, so that that production can be sold in the market, that product can be sold in the market. So flexibility should be there. I mean, you should have that much of managerial skill to stand up into the market, even though if you are facing a certain kind of losses, you should have that much of courage to stand upon the market, right? So these all are the things where in operation management we have to see. Now let us discuss with the definition of operation management. A process of managing the operation in such a way that the best possible outcome is obtained by the firm of the company. Yes, definitely this is the quick definition we can say of the operation management. Okay, it's a process of managing the operation in such a way that the best possible outcome is obtained by the firm or a company. Operation, a process of converting input of lesser value into output having more value. Productivity, it is the most simple terms of productivity in output per input, and it determines efficiency of working in any organization. Competitiveness, it is a measure of how the products of goods are able to compete with global market. Okay, so this is your first chapter. Okay, we have discussed fully with the first chapter. Now the product and service design. Okay, the most important thing to meet the customer demand is to match the services or product characteristics. Effective design is the way for competitive edge. The need of production, the need of customer should be met with little and no cost. The process of service design should be designed in a way so that very less amount of time is required to design the new services of a product. To make any design, to make it in working form, it should be made with the best way, with no reserve work. Okay, no reserve work means what? You have to make a work which is being given and a specific time of duration. The most important thing is to meet the customer demand, to match the services and the product characteristics, right? If you go to any retail shop, you will find the ample amount of product. The product which is being more sellable is called a qualitative product, or we can say a product with the affordable rate, right? Because it is being sellable, right? So we have to make manufacturing of such a product which is being more attractive to the customers, and it should be more sellable, right? So that is the important thing. Then effective design is the way of competitive edge. The need of the customer should be met with the little or no cost. The process of services design should be designed in such a way that very less amount of time is required to design a new product or a things. Okay, now we have to discuss about the product design. Product design defines look of product. Okay, settling performance standards, specify material to be used, determine tolerance and dimension. These all are the product design. Then services design specifies what source of unusual benefits, physical items and psychological benefits of customer is going to receive from services. clearly with the service environment. Now service can be done with the physical items. I mean, if any customer want a delivery of the product from one place to another, definitely the manufacturing unit can provide that kind of services to the customers, right? This is called as a services design. It may be of a physical form, right? Now psychological benefits of customers, psychological benefits that we have seen. Psychological benefit is entertainment, right? I mean, we can say a feedback also from the customers, whatever the service which we have provided. If we give the feedback form to him, then definitely if he fills the feedback form and give back to you, right? So this is the service design which you can make. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the framework of design process. Okay, in the upcoming lectures we are going to discuss about the framework of design process. Let us discuss a little bit of it. Idea generation, it depends upon the supplier, market, R&D. R&D means research and development, customers, competitors. Okay, definitely the idea generation depends upon the supplier. Okay, because see, it fully depends upon the market condition as well. Okay, market. Okay, how the market responds to your product, it is also very much important. If you produce any kind of product and it remains unsold, definitely, you know, in future you will not come to that market, to that product again and again. But startingly, if you make a proper survey of the product, definitely you come to know about, you know, this product is going to be survived in a longer duration of time because it is sellable. Okay, it remains sellable. And you know, if you are if you are having a manufacturing unit, definitely you have to sell that product to any the you know, local areas. So over here the demand should be there. Okay, and the retailers will going to purchase your product only when you are able to sell that product to that retailer. Okay, then only your product can be sellable. How the retailers can get an advantage of it, just how the retailers can get an advantage if the product is sellable to from the retailer to the customers. Definitely retailers will tell you that we need much more product, right, by making a proper communication with you. So over here what we need to find out, we need to find out that, you know, the production of certain kind of goods should be maintained properly, right? And you know, it should, and the product should have a value. First of all, the product should have a value. You cannot make any kind of product which remain unsold, and finally you will face a problem. So over here you can make a product which is having a value, which is having a proper value, right? Then customers. Okay, customers are the main priorities to you. Okay, customer are the god for the businessman. I mean, they are the person, those who are going to take the goods from you. Okay, so you have to make such kind of product which will you know, helpful for the customers to consume. And you know, customer is also ready to give a proper feedback. I mean, if there is a if the if the customer take that product and he's happy about the product facilities, then definitely, you know, in the upcoming days you can find out more customers of that same product, because one customer will definitely going to tell to the other people that yes, this product is very good, you can purchase this product. Definitely the other people are also going to purchase that product. So this kind of things is being happening, and you know, your volume of sales will also increase by this. Okay, you require to increase your volume of sales. So this thing is important factor. And then competitors, you also keep your eye to the competitors also, right? Flexibility study, feasibility study, form, design, quality, and run test, final product launch. So all these are the important factors. Okay, these all are the framework of design process. Then next one is a special consideration of service design. We are going to discuss in the upcoming lectures. Okay, in the upcoming lecture we are going to discuss the service design process also. High and low contract. Okay, high and low contract, high contract service, low contract service. Okay, So these are the things that we are going to discuss in the upcoming lectures. Okay. So I think for today it's enough.